Treble. This is Ariana Kapp with episode 10 of Talking Technique. Practicing scales and shedding your technique in the same at the same go. That's our goal for today. In its setup, a little bit similar to episode 9, but what we're going to do with it is quite different. As always, there are lots of musical applications, so let's get to it. So the basic idea is I'm going to play a scale today. I'm going to make it G major. So we're going to play G major, as you probably know it. And if you remember last episode, I was explaining that I always like to extend the scale to all possible notes in the area of the bass that I'm at. So not necessarily from the root to the root, but I'm going to go down to this note because this is part of the G major scale, the F sharp. And then I'm going to go up the scale. And then I'm going to add these 3 notes on top. Okay, so I'm playing F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C. Okay, and back. Okay, and the idea of today's practice is that I'm going to break that scale down in groups of 4 notes. In theory terms, a major scale is built of 2 tetrachords, and they are actually identical. It's major, it's whole, half, and another set of whole, half. And those 2 tetrachords are separated by a whole step. So you have whole, half, and then another set of whole, half. And between those 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, you have a whole step. So there's your whole, half, whole, half. However, I don't like thinking in terms of these formulas or sequences. So I always want to know what the relationship is to the root with every given note. That's why I gave you the exercise in episode 9 that I gave you. So if you haven't watched it, go back and check it out. But today, groups of 4 notes. This is how I like to practice it. Check it out. Okay, so again, I'm going from the highest possible note to the lowest possible note in the area of the bass that I'm in. In this case, it's G major. You can't really hear it because we're starting and stopping at weird points, but in my opinion, that's actually good because it's going to make it really so that your fingers have those patterns and shapes under their belt, and you are not depending on just knowing it from root to root where you can hear it, right? That's easy. Okay, so back to our technique shedding here. So the idea again is I'm starting on the first note that I can play in this area, so that's the F sharp, and then I count up 4 notes. F sharp, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I go back to the next note, and what comes out, if you always focus on the lowest note, is the scale. So let's do this a little slower, and I'm always going to say the first note that I'm playing. F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Okay, I'm back down. C, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B. Done. Okay, I'm going to switch on a metronome. Saying the note names really helps keeping your place. If you don't know where do I need to go back to, it really helps. Well, I'm just going to go to the next scale note, So make a mental bookmark as you're going up. I was just doing F sharp, so now the next one is G. I was doing G, so next one is A. That sort of idea. Okay, but with the metronome, this click is set to 102. Okay, and then you can double up the tempo without touching the metronome if you can. You can make a speed training exercise out of this sort of thing. Every time you practice, you add a couple of beats. Push yourself that way. I'm going to give you an example at 120. Make sure to not go too fast. As soon as it starts sounding garbled, some notes don't really speak, or if you feel like you're chasing the beat, just back off a couple of beats and try it another day to push yourself. So it's really important to stay relaxed. As soon as you start tensing up and chasing the note, you won't be able to get a good execution at a higher speed. Now, there are a couple of variations that you can do with this exercise. So for now, I started every one of those groups from the bottom going up. But you can reverse the direction of each group. So instead of going like this in the beginning, I start with B and go down. And now when I turn around, I do the opposite. I start with the lower note. Feels very different. Okay, that's an interesting exercise. And again, by saying the note names, you can help yourself keep your place. B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C. And when you go down, G, F sharp, B, D, C, B, A, G, F sharp. Another fun variation is to play with the placement of the click within the 4 notes. So far, we've always had the click on the first of the 4, click, 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 and so forth. But we can also place the click on the last of the 4-note group, and we get a very different effect musically. Click, 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 click. That feels much more driving, pushing the music forward. You can also place the click on the 2nd or 3rd note within the 4-note group. Click, 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 and so forth. Or the 3rd note would sound like this. Click, 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 click. So I'm going to demonstrate that properly with the click. Let's do the 4th note of the 4-note group has the click on it. How about we place it on the 2nd note? And the 3rd. Make sure to always stay relaxed. Let the energy flow. Don't cramp up. If you find tension, then just back off with the tempo. Today's tip. Do you have a gig bag? If you do, make sure that you wear the gig bag on both of your shoulders, not just one. It's very easy to just run out of the house and have it on one shoulder. But down the line, that can lead to a lot of problems. If your body has this uneven placement of a lot of weight on it, it's going to start compensating for that additional weight by crooking your neck or otherwise placing your body out of alignment. And you want to save yourself from that sort of trouble. I have this tip from Kathy Bender. She is an ergonomic specialist in San Francisco. Thank you for watching. That was episode 10. As always, let me know how it's going. I'm Ariana Kapp, and you can find me at arispaceblock.com. My book is Music Theory for the Bass Player. I'm also on TrueFire with the course on pentatonics. Please check it out, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.